Good morning, everyone. Today we are reading a story out of our Your Turn practice book. And so I have it in front of me and I also have it on the screen for you to follow along. Go ahead and get out your Turn practice book and you can turn to page 3 in here, or you can follow along on the screen right now. I am going to read the story out loud to you. If you would rather not listen to me read out loud and you want to read all by yourself, you can do that too. So I'm going to start reading. Our title is Smart Start. Normally, the cafeteria was so noisy you couldn't hear a tray drop. But now, Alex's footsteps echoed across the huge room. There were a few other scattered students in the cafeteria, all avoiding eye contact with one another. The dunce convention, Alex thought, as his backpack landed with a loud thud on the table. He was here after school for his first session in Smart Start, a program in which students received free tutoring in subjects that were difficult for them. Alex wondered whom the school thought they were fooling with their opposite name trick. Smart Start meant stupid forever. Alex had been sentenced to Smart Start for math. His parents, already concerned about his grades, were even more agitated because the statewide math aptitude test was approaching. Also oppositely named, Alex thought, in his case, it should be the inaptitude test. Math had always been torture for Alex. For extra humiliation, his little sister had accelerated and was taking the same math subject as he, despite being almost 2 years younger. Alex unearthed the crumpled registration form and began to fidget with it, a nervous habit of his. Absent-mindedly, he folded over the strip with his name on it repeatedly, scoring it until there was a sharp crease. Next, he tore the strip off, breaking the page against the edge of the table. What remained was a nearly perfect square, ideal for one of Alex's favorite pastimes, origami. He began folding one of the common origami patterns, the bird base. Using his thumbnail to form the sharp creases, Alex created a triangle and added some petal folds. Soon, the bird base was complete, and he was partway into making the crane. So absorbed was he that he didn't hear the footsteps of the person approaching his table. "You must be Alex. I'm Sophia," announced the girl, extending her hand. Startled, Alex quickly shoved his folded paper aside. Sophia continued, "I'm in 8th grade. Tell me a little about yourself. What do you like to do?" "Anything but math," Alex replied. "Well, I guess that's why you're here," Sophia said with a laugh. "I used to hate math too," she offered. Alex recognized that Sophia was making an effort to put him at ease, so he granted her a quick smile. "What made you start to like it?" he asked politely. "Believe it or not, I think it was marching band. I realized that counting beats and tracking measures is all about math." "Hey, what's that you're hiding?" she teased, tugging at his folded form. "It's nothing yet, but soon it will be," Alex explained. Quickly, Alex folded and creased his hands awhirl. "Ta-da! A crane!" he proclaimed, presenting the transformed shape. "That's awesome," Sophia declared, staring intently at the origami folds. "Do you mind if I take it apart?" Alex shrugged, and Sophia carefully unfolded each step of the crane, leaving a geometric wonder of creases. Sophia looked excited about the wrinkled sheet, and Alex raised his eyebrows. "Don't you see? What you have here is most of your math curriculum, right in front of you." She flattened the paper out with the palm of her hand. "Do your first fold," she commanded, and Alex complied. You began with a square and created 2 rectangles, and you have a fraction too, 1/2. Fold it again, and magic. Now you have 4 quarters. Sophia pointed to the top fold. "What fraction does this flap represent?" 1/4, Alex responded. "Duh, obviously, right? Get out some more paper and let's do some geometry." If math tutoring was going to be origami, Alex thought maybe it would be a Smart Start after all. Okay, now that we've read our story, the next step for us today is to go back to our It's Learning page for today, and let's see if I can find it. Close. Here we go. Thursday. Make sure I'm on the right page for you guys. And if we scroll down, you will see it says, after you have read Smart Start, reread the passage and answer the questions by clicking here. Don't forget to click Submit when you are finished. So we will click on our worksheet for today, and mine will look different because it's in Teacher View. So I will show it to you in Student View right now. Okay, so you have 4 questions. The first thing I want you to do is put your name right up here. And it says to reread, so that means you probably need to go back into the story, the passage, to find text evidence that supports your answers to each question. So number 1, it says at the beginning of the story, what is Alex doing? What is his attitude toward the Smart Start group? Why? So tell me what he's doing and what his attitude is, but you need to include text evidence that proves your answer. Number 2, in the middle of the story, what does Alex start to make? What is his attitude toward this pastime? Number 3, at the end of the story, what is Alex's attitude towards Smart Start and math? And number 4, what similarities and differences do you see between Alex's attitude at the beginning of the story and at the end? After you have completed all 4 problems, go back to It's Learning and make sure in your assignment tab that you click Submit. When you're all finished with reading for today, those 2 things, reading Smart Start and answering the 4 questions, then you are ready for your writing lesson below this video. Send any questions you have through It's Learning, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.